It's Debatable with Mark Gray here on MLBBro.com.
I've always said that Pete Rose is a guy you can't have a baseball Hall of Fame without him in it. There's something that seems to be disingenuous, number one, about posthumously going into the Hall of Fame. But if you're Barry Bonds right now, I mean, let's go down that road. A guy who's as eviscerated as Pete Rose is, who's supposedly not liked by many of his peers because he, quote, cheated. I mean, doesn't this look like we got to start taking a chance at looking at Barry Bonds' candidacy if Pete Rose can get on the ballot?
Well, I have two answers for this. Like the sane, rational baseball fan would say, yes, I'm with you. The realist baseball fan that I like to be at times, I'm gonna say no. I think they're two separate issues. I don't think Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson have anything to do with Barry Bonds and the other steroid or alleged steroid users. I think they're two separate issues. Here's the thing, right? The Hall of Fame the Hall of Fame process has long coded itself as being this sanctimonious, holier than thou process, right? And I think they're going to look at the situation, and I think they're going to look at two guys who don't qualify because of the character clause. And I just think it's just stupid. It's a museum. You judge players on their accomplishments and their contributions to the game of baseball. And obviously you could say that about Pete Rose. He contributed to the game of baseball. He's the all-time hits leader. And then of course we all know about Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago. Same with Pete Rose. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Right. He is the greatest player the most of us in our lifetime have ever seen, right? Like, I know it's subjective, some will say something, but Barry Bonds, if not the greatest, is on the short list, 2 or 3 folks that have ever played the game of baseball. He should be in the Hall of Fame. That's never been an argument. The argument now is steroids. Did he cheat? Here's my thing, right? He never failed a drug test. He was never on a banned list. So what's the argument here? Because you think that what he did was violating of a character clause. I just think they're two separate issues, and I think they're going to treat them as two separate issues.
Crime is crime, right?
I agree.
Legislated, whether it's felonious or misdemeanor. So you got to look at, in the case of baseball lore, the sanctimonious world of the baseball writers. Yep. All right. Are we saying that gambling is a misdemeanor now? And steroid taking is felonious? I mean, we got to really come to grips with this. Purely for baseball Hall of Fame rules, if you commit a crime one way or you commit an alleged crime the other way, you're still a criminal.
You're going to leave yourself out there to dry. Like, to me, when you start playing that morality game, you're always going to leave yourself open to inconsistencies. To me, if cheating is cheating, hurting the game of baseball and the integrity of the game is hurting the integrity of the game. Baseball's losing its moral high ground here, because you can't hold out these guys that supposedly gambled on the game and you're taking checks from FanDuel. Same thing with Major League Baseball. If we're gonna chastise Barry Bonds and say he's not allowed in the club, then why is David Ortiz in? He actually failed a drug test.
What does it mean for Barry Bonds? All-time hit king, arguably all-time greatest all-around player. They both supposedly have violated the sanctimony of the game. One guy, now that he's passed away, is going to get his shot on the ballot. I would assume that should set a legal precedent. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's the law and order in me. But it would set a precedent for somebody who, I guess you would say, created another egregious offense on the game.